Weaver. The supports have
the fight's messy. In EG, they don't have a lot of heroes to solidify where a fight is located, right? They don't have like this big spell to say, okay, we're going here. They have raw. Other than that, it's a lot of like soft spells. So when you have this farmed Ember Weaver, it's going to be very hard for EG to play around that. The counter argument, I think, is the Beastmaster itemization. Yeah. The defensive nature of EG's lineup. So I can see how Alliance have the kind of the core matchups going there. It's going to be very hard for EG to play around that. The counter argument, I think, is
makes sense. I think that's
It's unsurprisingly favoring EG, as they have already won in this matchup previously, though the drafts are wildly different than what we had seen previously as well. No IO, no Sven, no Arc Warden, completely different carry matchups, completely different core matchups. Yeah. So I guess it's just going to come down to, can you lock down this Weaver for long enough, right, Jenkins?
Yeah, 100%. And you know what? Like Gov was saying, EG, when they're together, they can do it. It's a scary game for Weaver in the sense that if he's going to die, but it's hard for him to get caught out. Yeah. Like, he's great against all of the heroes in terms of individually, so.
Then let's see if this carry Weaver is able to bring Alliance to a turnaround victory in game 1 of this series. Let's pass it over to our casters.
I'll be creeping while you are sleeping.
Prepare for battle.
I
admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Seeing on the side of EG, their only real AoE is that Void Spirit and some like Ice Shards. Besides that, it's really just about locking down and killing one hero, but not super reliable lockdown. Just the Roar is that big one. I feel like Alliance, they have a lot of split and a very good kind of team fight centric draft. So yeah, this should be an interesting one, as it's the Weaver, right? Like Nico Bait, he hasn't played this one too many times, but he has played it in the past, especially at this tournament too.
And that's got to be concerning, as we're going to see Hanskin try and man up here. Evil Geniuses do have plenty of heroes here as well, but the numbers advantage is going to Alliance, so they feel confident trying to run down these heroes. The disruption, stopping that Inkswell stun that surely would have gotten the kill onto Ramses otherwise. So no first blood just yet, but does mean the top bounty runes are completely free. Kind of interesting that the Underlord trekked all the way across the map here to be here.
Yeah, I think they really wanted that first blood. The only times you skill Inkswell is if you're like certain you're gonna get that first blood. That actually hurts their lane a bit here. Weaver fortunately has an easy way to be able to last hit the range creep. That's usually the important thing of why you want Stroke of Fate so badly in your lane.
And you want Stroke of Fate in this lane, especially against a Beastmaster, right?
Yeah.
Inkswell is not that easy to use against that hero, and Stroke is really good against that boar.
Yeah, they have a lot of different ways to dodge it too, right? Like with the, at least with the lane setup that we did see at the moment, it is a Shadow Demon bottom. He can always just disrupt the target if they have a sentry in lane for the Weaver. Or if it was a Tusk, let's say, he can just snowball before it pops, so.
Yeah. Fogged, I'm slightly concerned when I'm looking at Evil Genius's lineup, just because I see this Weaver. Weaver traditionally a pretty good counter pick to Lifestealers. We're going to watch S4 battling out just a little bit. Hanskin's going to make sure he's okay. And they battle underneath the Firestorm, and Arteezy just doesn't give a damn, it seems. They heal up a decent amount thanks to the open wounds. You said all that single target, and Alliance drafted a Weaver. This is looking like a Dream Lincoln's game. I mean, they don't have a whole lot of AoE control to catch him in the first place, and the best one is Roar. That's just, yeah, I feel like it's very, very simple at this point. As long as he, you know, blocks a disruption mid-Shikuchi or blocks this Roar, he's going to be having a pretty free game.
Yeah, definitely have to agree. And their core matchups are good. They can play very aggressive. Definitely liking what Alliance has if they don't give up too many kills in the early on. Like this one looks like S4 maybe stepped up a bit too far. We'll be okay though. And that is the open wounds at level 1 too.
Yeah.
So no feast.
Yeah, it's interesting that they're going to be running the Tusk in this lane. and that's probably where a lot of the open wounds decision did come from.
Yeah. They didn't really have too many heroes that can benefit. I was very surprised. You know, I saw this opening Tusk, and I was actually upstairs like, they're picking Towerblade, they're picking Nature's Prophets. As a tag team really successfully in the side lanes, and they got like all melee heroes. It was very interesting to see how they actually opted to go for all that there.
This is also the, I'm going to say second, it might be more, where we've seen Evil Geniuses where Crit is actually in the safe lane with this forward position. When they were doing the Fly, he was also in the off lane with what? Was it the Winter Wyvern game or something?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're putting a lot of like just harassment coming out, but look, Arteezy's suffering quite a bit in the last hit department because of this. And it's gonna, you know, that Underlord's already level 2, so your base damage continues to grow as this lane does progress here. Don't think it's gonna be that easy for Arteezy to just farm up here. They're gonna get a lot of these denies, and it's very hard as a lifestealer to get any denies versus an Underlord with this type of start.
Yeah, it seems to me like they felt like, okay, this matchup is going to be really annoying. Let's try and kick the Underlord out of lane as quick as possible. Let's try and punish him, but they didn't have the damage, not without like a third hero. But Shadow Demon can't really leave Ramses alone initially. Like Beastmaster's is one of those heroes that has to have a good start.
Yeah, and this is a kill lane, right? Weaver plus the Grimstroke can easily set up for those kills there. They have the Sentry prepared in the lane to kind of pressure that Weaver a little bit, but I don't think they're going to apply much pressure down there at all. Alliance's setup is looking real hot here. 13-7 Underlord, 8-4 on the Lifestealer for now. We are seeing, though, that mid, that skill matchup. The Void Spirit we've seen a lot of the times in the first few levels really does kind of do really good versus Ember, but it gets better as
Hanskin. He actually went for the Rocket Flare, so no way to be able to protect himself against this double melee matchup.
It's that lane that you know you're losing in last hits versus Underlord, go for the kills, Crit. He understands that. Every time they have open wounds, they go for that.
So, Fogged, as we were watching the draft, you said that you were really looking forward to seeing how this mid matchup went. Why is that?
I think that Limp is super... First, we'll look at S4 die quickly to the level 2 tag team, and Hanskin's going to take a couple punches, but I think that, you know, some people criticize Limp quite a bit here, but his mid talent, like his 1v1 is super good, and I hold GPK at a very high regard in that shit. So it's really going to be like up to these two how much they are able to do in the mid game in order to enable their cores a lot. And yeah, they're both the spirits, right? They both kind of do the same thing.
I knew Limp was going to try that. I knew he was going to try to see if he could get the slight steal on the rune. Yeah. He does not, though. GPK gets the arcane rune.
Up to level 5 already on Limp, though, and since that Shadow Demon left bottom, immediately you see Alliance try to go aggro.
Yeah, look at him. Oh, almost loses his courier here. His fly TP's in. Almost got the disruption on FNG. If he had gotten him in that corner, I think that's definitely a kill.
Yep.
Do you feel like Limp, like you say he's a good mid laner, but do you feel like he's stepped up his game for this tournament here at Omega League?
I think his mid game has looked a lot better for me.
Okay.
Oh, snowball.
Nah.
Unskin.
Oh, so close.
Crit. Trying to body block.
He's really gunning for it. S4 hits pretty hard, but Firestorm going out. Crit's definitely going to die here. S4 does manage to get the kill before he dies eventually to Arteezy.
They're enabling this Lifestealer a lot, though, with Crit just giving himself up like that. They're like, sure, he's not getting the most last hits, but it's good enough. Like 17, 11.
Yeah, when you got 3 kills, let's take a look at the net worth. Let's see if being this low in CS does translate into top net worth, then it does.
It does, yeah. Very nicely done by Crit there. Even though it's double melee, double strength versus Firestorm, they're playing into double melee too. That tag team can be utilized well. FNG.
Boar's hunting him down. Nico Baby is going to lend a helping hand.
Ooh, that mid matchup is not getting better for Limp, though.
No.
PK is really dominating that one. We've seen that matchup a lot of the time, so Void Spirit, for the most part, like we said, he wins. Ember does start to make up for it as those levels come in, but not this time around. Still suffering. See those rune checks. Fire Remnant is down. Fly, he has to check the top one because of that. GPK will check bottom. Great split there by these two.
Ember Spirit commits, but the haste rune is grabbed by Fly.
Oh. A high five here.
Ba't di mo sa kumate day karon di ay? Boss Mitch. Pagod. Last Tuesday ang last chat niya sa ko ah. Wala chat tayo, siguro video call. Musta? Asan? Kung ka. Pero kaya makita ang personal kay makuhan dyan ako to, dali naman kayo to na. Ay, invite na ko South GG Streamer Club.
EG. At this point, he's perfectly fine anyway. Even if he hadn't gotten all these kills, he would have been able to sustain himself up top. Now they can move their supports. Now they can put pressure. Ramses, he goes for the roar.
They're going to go for the Ink Swell. Now Hanskin pops out. This is entirely why he ran to bottom lane in the first place. They're still going to try and get this kill into FNG, in which they will. Ramses will eventually be cleaned up here. 1-for-1 trade-off to the favor of Alliance here, as they correctly read Evil Genius's moves and make a really nice trap out of it.
Yeah, sneaky by Hanskin there, coming in from the sideline.
Of invisibility.
But they didn't. Yeah, they excellently read that play there, as they only saw TZ alone up top for quite some time. Limp didn't respond though, right? Limp, he's just staying in the mid. He's trying to get his farm back online. Hanskin.
Okay, well, the boar looks to slow him down too far away. Limp, he's diving right now behind that mid-tier 1 tower. The Void Spirit is going to be able to cut over. They might be able to get this counter kill as he's trying to chase down Crit right now. Limp, he's going to be able to jump away to that remnant he has in the triangle. He may, we'll see if he cuts into this right lane, because they're almost done with this tower, surprisingly enough.
They're really forcing it here as they look at EG's draft, who does not have the best kind of wave clear early on. They don't have axes, they only really have that shadow poison.
10-minute bounty runes. GPK wanted to secure this one. He's getting a lot of damage on Hanskin right now.
Next though.
GPK, does he have any mana to work with? He does have an Astral Step. He's going to try and chase down Hanskin. Does manage to get that kill, but now he's completely out. Crit may be able to bail him out here. Crit's level 6, goes for the punch. GPK finally gets the bug off of him. The snowball's coming in, but it's a bit too late. He gets run over by the Shikuchi. Ramsey's looking to be able to chase people down with his boar right now. Should be able to get the kill on FNG, no problem.
Nice aggressive play there by Nico, baby. I like how persistent he was in chasing.
Trickster's rune of illusion. The dust is always ready for strike.
Shadow and loom, I weave your doom. Coming in. I'm in your debt.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Rush forth.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has been denied. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Searing heat. Discover what lies beyond. Got it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Feels good. Countered in the vein. Unstoppable.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Then. Tulong na din. Ember.
South GG is back with another tournament. This Saturday, September 20. Hey, Southside! South GG is back with another tournament. This Saturday, September 20. September This Saturday, September 5, 2020.
Yeah, boy.
It is the King of the Hill, demolishes
The tournament mechanics are simple. It is basic Dota, but with a twist. Teams will flip coins to decide whether they will be playing the Techies team or the Normie team. The Techies team will have to abide a few rules. 1. Every time their Techies will be killed, players in the team are required to run back to their base until their Techies has respawned. However, the opposing team cannot kill the retreating heroes. Number 2. To win, the Techies team must destroy their opponent's Ancient. Number 3. Take note, Techies players are not allowed to be AFK or be static in base or lane. Meanwhile, the non-Techies team has 2 win conditions. 1. Destroy their opponent's Ancient. Or 2. Reach a kill score of 51 points. Since this tournament is called King of the Hill, there will be no bracketing. The first team to register will be fighting against the second team that registered. The winners will keep fighting until they are all eliminated. The losers will have the option to fight again, but this time will wait for their